Okay, so this is Chancellor Forever / Prime Minister Forever for the PC. It's a game review. If you haven't seen the presidential one, then I suggest you have a look at that for more game features. At the moment, I'm just looking at Germany 2005, playing as the SDP or whoever. I'm not very familiar with German politics, so I'll try my best. But basically, you have a number of regions, and you can. In this particular one, Chancellor Forever, you can flick between the two different voting systems. Well, they got the same voting system, electoral system, but it's kind of split up. So Berlin has 23 seats under the, I think it's the first past the post or something like that, and they have 12 under the Harry system, or first vote poll data. That's what I'm reading anyway. And so there's like kind of it's a split, a mixed sort of system, kind of, because it's proportional representation. And that was the big difference between obviously that and first past the post for the American system. Pretty much all the other features are in there: advertising, creating crusaders, targeting certain seats, just moving around the country. In the German one, at least, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 territories, regions. So that's kind of cool. It's a bit bigger than, say, Ireland 2006, I think it is. This was one that I kind of downloaded. There's quite a lot of downloadable files on the net for these sorts of things, although you notice the backgrounds are still German, and so just looking at like Northern Irish issues or whatever, I know it's really quick and it doesn't look good. If it was up to me, I'd be doing this on Fraps, but it doesn't work, so I was just trying to influence the Irish Times, I think it was, and spinning against certain news stories. But it's all green because basically Fianna Fáil are dominating in this particular one game, as in Irish politics. So that's why that is that colour. Normally, if it's different colours, then it's more different colours and different scenarios. This was my Scotland one. I used someone else's, and I can't really remember. So apologies if that was. I can't really give credit to certain things because it's been a long while, but you can find various things and just mod them like you want. You'll notice the backgrounds and stuff are maybe a little bit different. The purpley sort of stuff, that was kind of taking Scottish pictures a little bit, pictures of the Scottish Parliament in Holyrood, and just change the issues somewhat, the pictures and stuff. So future of Scotland is constitutional issues, independence, stuff like that, devolution, the council tax. I spent a good many hours on this game, and the reason why I give this game a kind of bad review in the end was because all this sort of stuff is the stuff that I've done. So you're kind of seeing a better version of a whole bunch of different scenarios which it doesn't really come with. So yeah, the reason why it looks really yellow at the moment is because even though the popular vote for the SNP in this particular situation is really good, the actual seats aren't. It's a little bit different. I chose to stick with the first past the post, and if you want to know how I did that, then just message me. It wasn't perfect, definitely not under the system, but I try to work out something. And as I said, I spent a lot of time working out the different poll data from the actual 2007 Scottish elections. This is the 2005 election for PM Forever. So this is now, we're moving into a different game. This is not the same game. Just in case you're wondering, you have to pay for the different games. I think it's about £7 each or something. Is it worth it? I'd say if you really like politics and stuff, then it is. It's actually not. It's not that much. It's just all this other stuff you kind of have to download, which is pretty simple, really. It's on the site itself. But for the best out of this game, you really want to mod it. And I'm going to show you the London mayoral one. I don't know. Again, I can't give credit to whoever created it because I just, for the life of me, can't work it out. But it is there on the internet somewhere. And I just basically used their model and changed a whole bunch of things. Took out all the green and sort of smaller candidates because it was kind of a bit too many. So yeah, this was the 2005 one. Labour kind of dominating because they had Tony Blair back then, and it's like there's only a few sort of regions and stuff, and if you're playing as it's like a Scottish party, like I was just playing for the SNP, or if you play as an Irish party, there's really not that much you can do. You just basically stay in one, quote unquote region, and yeah, you don't move around, and you don't feel like in the American one that you've earned the points. This is me just targeting seats, which is a nice idea. So you can target seats, I think about up to 3 of them, and that puts certain finances towards those ones. So if you've got swing seats, or marginal seats as I should call it in the UK, just like in swing states in America, you can target those ones. So yeah, this Prime Minister Forever, this was now the 2009 or something, 2009 one. This was a created... Oh, no, sorry, I'm talking rubbish. This is the London one. This was really great. This got all the London boroughs. I added the maps, like the flags, not all of them as you can see from that English one, but Enfield, Barnet, Camden, Islington, the best boroughs in London, obviously. And I added, there were things like congestion charge were some of the issues, bendy buses, stabbings, all that sort of stuff, knife crime. I think there was US relations, terrorism, London Olympics, and this is just showing you kind of what it looked like in the end. Again, please don't read into any of the politics of this, because personally I think they're all gimps. Boris, like Ken, and the other one, Brian. They're all ridiculous and just stupid in their own way. But this was just kind of showing what it would look like. Again, it's completely unrealistic in this particular one, because I wasn't actually playing it. I was just trying to get to this point so that you could see what it would look like on election day. And because there's 30 odd boroughs, so to speak, it counts city as a borough, then it's a lot more like the American campaign. Again, this doesn't come with the game, so I'm not going to be able to mark it on this, but if you can get your hands on this and you want to put in the hours, I personally like modding if it's simple and it's easy to do. But yeah, this was really fun to play and to mod. So it's good fun, but as I said, this doesn't come with the game. So and as I said, it's not realistic in the fact that Boris Johnson wins all those boroughs and stuff, like Tower Hamlets and Newham. I mean, a Tory win is a bit a bit of a joke, really. But anyway, that was just a demonstration anyway to show you what it was. So ultimately, I'm just. I think this was the 2009 election. This is a bit of a sloppy video. I apologise for it, because it doesn't look great. If you want more on the features, I talk a little bit more about in the US one. As you can see, all the leaders have different profiles and they start with different amounts of money. If you're like one of the sort of Scottish or Irish parties, then or Welsh parties, you're kind of fucked in terms of money and resources. So it is realistic in the fact that you're not going to win, but is that fun? Again, I don't think it's as fun as the two-party politics in America, and that's not saying that politics is better in America. That's just saying that it doesn't play as well. That's all I'm saying. And also, you don't have primaries and things like that, which is always quite interesting. So yeah, as I said, again, in these ones, there's no music or sound to speak of. The graphics are very simple. It's very moddable, but is it fun? Not if you're playing as one of the smaller parties, and even if you're playing as one of the bigger parties, it's not that great. So you can get a bit out of it, but as I said, it's more for the downloadable content. The different scenarios that other people have done. So I'd give this game in the end, on the basis of what it comes with, these two games, about a 5.5 out of 10.